Alright, this is Pliskin by 51mm, and today I decided to do a disassembly video of my M1A. There will be times, I'm going to have the video camera sit here, but there will be times when I need to point things out. I'll pick the camera back up like this. The only two tools I'm going to use for today are a screwdriver and needle nose pliers. So, let's get started here. First, you want to take the magazine out of the gun. Make sure it's clear. Nothing inside. Flip it over like this. Put a sandbag under here to support the back. Alright, we'll move it up a little bit closer for the camera to see. There is a hole in the back of the trigger guard here. Yeah, you can see it now. What you want to do on that is stick a screwdriver. I mean, if you can do it with your bare hands, good, but it takes me some, it's hard for me to do that because it's so stiff. Put a screwdriver through that hole and start lifting up. And sometimes it'll come out just like that. Here's your trigger group. Okay, I'll set that over here. Alright, now that you got the trigger group out, flip the rifle around. You want to lift the action and barrel out of the stock like this and pull back on the stock. Get the stock out of the way. And set the stock to the side. Alright. Now all you have is your barreled action. Now what you want to do is remove the recoil spring and the recoil spring guide rod. Now for this you can use the needle nose pliers because there is a roll pin. Here, let me get the camera. There is a roll pin there, right here, and it likes to get in the way sometimes when you're trying to take that out. Sometimes it requires some force to move it out of the way. You can use the screwdriver for it too. It just depends on how stubborn the roll pin's being. Alright, so first you pull back spring tension. Get your needle nose pliers. And you want to be careful because I moved the roll pin out of the way, and you want to just gently bring the recoil spring and spring guide rod out, like so. Because sometimes if you don't have a good grip on it, just let it go, it'll go shooting out of there. Alright, got that done. Now it's on to the charging handle and bolt. Yeah, I need to invest in a tripod. Alright, so zoom that out. Pull the charging handle to the notch in the receiver. There's a notch in the receiver right there. What you want to do is you want to lift up on the charging handle and take your right index finger, put it under there and lift it out. I'll show you how to do that right now. Alright, I got the charging handle to come out. Sometimes that dude gets in there real stiff. Makes it real hard to come out sometimes. Alright, got him out. And then all you're left with is your bolt. The way you lift him out is to take him, you pull him out, just like that. Now I'll show you how to put it back together. That is the basic field strip of the M1A. Now, like I said, I'll show you how to put it back together. Let me pull the sandbags and stuff a little bit closer. Alright. So, you just slide the bolt back down in there. You rotate it back in the way you rotated it out. The charging handle's a bit of a trick, but what I learned is you put it back near the hole where you discharged it. Sometimes it's a trick to line him up too. Did you hear that click? Now he's back in. Alright. Now put the spring guide and the spring back in. Now this can get kind of tricky because the roll pin there likes to get in the way when you're putting the spring guide back in. So sometimes you need to have the screwdriver to knock him out of the way. So put the spring guide back in, and then you just force the spring back. See, there he is going in the way again. Now you just put him back in like that. Spring guide's back in. Alright, now you take your stock, see that cap there? You do that, and then you bring this down on the receiver. Alrighty. Now there is something I want to point out here real quick. You see that groove there? Inside the receiver, right there. You got to line that up with the groove on the trigger group. Now to newer people, I've never seen anybody in other videos point that out. And to newer people, they don't know that's there. And I found out the hard way. It pinched my finger real hard on the sides here, because when that dude gets in that groove, it's Speedy Gonzales all the way back home, and it hurts like hell. So want to line those up, force him back down in there. Well, not really force him, just put him back down in there, and then you want to close the trigger group until you hear it snap back into place. Like that. Alright. Quick function check. Make sure everything's still working. Take it off safe. Click. And click. And that is the basic disassembly of the M1A. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, rate, and comment, and I'll see you all in the next video.